Sleeping should be an easy thing, but everyone wakes up exhausted every day. That's why today I'm going to test some hacks and products that everyone says improve sleep, that make you sleep better. But let me make it clear right away that there are no miracles here. I'll be honest about what really works and what's just nonsense. What's a lie? What's this thing about, oh, you have to be productive, but in the end it's all a lie. So let's test these hacks. And the first hack I saw on the internet is blue light blocking. I'm sure you've already seen that thing on TikTok about how blue light from screens affects your eyes. There are even people who get glasses with blue light blocking lenses. I did some research and found out that it really can affect your biological clock and change your melatonin production, which is basically what helps you sleep better. And it's not just TikTok nonsense. There are actually a lot of studies saying that this has an effect, but there is no evidence that this light really interferes with your sleep. And mainly, our first hack, blue light blocking glasses, there is nothing proven that they'll change your sleep. But it's just one of those things people talk about, someone believes it and it keeps spreading. But I don't know about you. I think I look stylish, right? Did you know it? To be honest, I look like a total nerd. I think when I wake up after sleeping, I'll be a little smarter. Maybe with 10 more IQ points. Aesthetically, it's not the best looking thing in the world. I'm getting closer. Are you a little nervous? And now, I mean, aesthetically it's not pretty, right? But it doesn't have to be beautiful, does it? It has to help you sleep better. Well, obviously we're going to test it, right? To see if I'll have better quality sleep. But basically the purpose of these glasses is for you to use them before going to sleep. Because basically they'll block blue light and you won't see blue light. It's a very literal thing, you just don't see blue light. But I think it's more for screens, you know what I mean? So you don't use it and let the thing affect you. At first, man, I didn't feel any difference. Let's see tomorrow, right? But aesthetically, man, I didn't like it either. And the next hack we're going to test is the brain dump. Well, basically it's something a lot of people talk about, that it helps a lot, especially with your productivity the next day, which is basically putting your worries down on paper. And it's actually true, right, man? Because at least for me, one thing that really affected me when I was going to sleep was worry. Is Memphis Depay really not coming back to Corinthians? That's it. I say that if you take a notebook, any notebook, I grabbed a planner here, you know, but if you write down the worries you have in a notebook, it helps to reduce those thoughts, you know? Like, I don't know what. I need money. You going to write on the paper, I need money. You will still be broke, man, but it'll be written on the paper, so that's what matters. And to be honest, I don't know if this will help. I think it helps more for the next day, you know? But I'm going to try it here. So here I am with my planner, and today I'm going to write down some things I thought about today. And tomorrow I will already write down some things to do. This hack is more for you. You're gonna get ready for the next day, you know? You wake up and already know what you have to do. This works better, right? For people who work from home, there's the job and all that, because man, you have a boss and you don't know what you're going to do tomorrow. Your boss knows. So call him before you go to sleep and say, boss, what am I going to do tomorrow? Because I'm here trying out a productivity hack. Well, I'm going to write down some concerns I had today. And the idea is really to get them out of your head and onto paper. And then you won't think about them anymore. At least that's what this hack and everyone who does it says. I'm going to write it down here. Look, I crashed my car. While I was writing down my notes, I just kept thinking about how comfortable and good looking I looked in this Huawei shirt. Sorry man, I cut the time left to do some advertising. I'm wearing Huawei, look, the new shirt, you know? But you can go back now, I kept writing. Sorry about that. Gotta make money, right guys? Otherwise I'll drop the TIG link for you. Man, after a while I finished here, you know? Remember, it's nothing too complex, right? They're just a bunch of mini hacks and we'll see if it works. I don't know if tomorrow there will be any difference. But speaking for now, I already felt there was a difference. I wrote down some problems and some concerns here that I had today. I'm not going to show them because then you'll know about my personal life. And I know you guys are dying to know. Nowadays people even share other people's addresses, man. I don't want that, no. I don't want my address out there and end up getting really famous and making money off of that. I don't want that my phone number either. And besides writing down my concerns for today, I've already written down some things I have to do tomorrow. So I thought this part was better. The part about concerns, I don't know if it changes much. Like, okay, you were worried. You wrote it down in your notebook. The problem still exists. I crashed my car. I have to pay 2,000 reais. Alright, now see, I'm solving it, but the problem still exists. So it's not something that's going to solve the problem, right? But now, writing down the tasks for the next day is cool, because I've already decided here what I'm going to do tomorrow, you know? And I can at least set a priority order. Look, when I wake up, I have to do this. When I don't wake up, I'm not gonna do this. There's only work stuff here, okay? And obviously I'm not gonna do anything. And it's good to know that tomorrow I'm not gonna wake up and I'm gonna spend 30 minutes on TikTok, right? I spend about 25 minutes. Then I do the other things. And the next hack now. I bought Nasal Dilators. It's basically a product that helps improve nose breathing. And I'm the perfect guy for this. I don't know if you know, but I have a deviated septum, which basically means one side of my nose is blocked and all that. So I grew up breathing through my mouth, which means when I'm in my early 30s, just like Vinicius Jr., people will be there. They'll know that Marv was supposed to be better looking, but he breathed through his mouth his whole life. Man, honestly, this has to be said. Imagine how bad that is. You're playing in the World Cup, then you go on Instagram and say, let's comment on my goal, knowing that Vinicius Jr. is ugly because he breathed through his mouth his whole life. Man, if I were Vinicius Jr. reading something like that, I'll be like, man, look at what this guy is doing to me, man. So basically this here is going to help make our nose bigger, you know? Not the nose itself, right? But the nostril. And help us breathe better. Breathe through the nose. This even helps sometimes for people who snore, you know? Or have that sleep apnea thing. But remember that this product, like, is not something that's been studied, nothing scientifically proven. So it's just things that people use and report. They say, man, this thing really makes a difference. So let's test this product, right? To see if it works. Basically, this is it, you know? They're little strips that you stick on your nose. And we also have these magnets here. There are a few of them, you know, because there are different nose sizes. And man, this big nose, man, I even zoomed in the camera so you guys can see me sticking it on, man. So let's open it up here. Wow, man, look how many come in the package, man. Look, there are 3 strips for you to stick on your nose. There are 5 on each. So basically, you have 15 days for you to sleep like this. I think the glue probably wears off, right? I'm going to take this sticker off and let's see, right, man? Because like sometimes this thing really helps. But man, I don't know if it's comfortable to sleep with something stuck to your face. There's this magnet here basically that's used to pull this thing off. And then we stick it on the nose. Well, I stuck it here on my nose. I don't know if you can see it. Now let's put on the other one. It's basically like this. It's a little thing you stick on, you know? I feel like an old lady with these glasses. Okay, I stuck it on. The feeling is different, man. It's not really nice, but I think you get used to it. And I don't know if I put it on crooked or straight. Okay, it's pretty hard. I think you have to be looking in the mirror at this point. Then basically we see these little things here. They're the size of your nose. I saw this one here that's great. There's a big one here too, guys. For you with a big nose. Let's see if it fits now, okay? First hand for you. Look. Wow, this thing really opens up your nose, man. For those who want to know how it turned out, okay, man, look, this thing really opens up your nose. Like now it's not hard to breathe through my nose because I usually breathe through my mouth a lot because it's hard to breathe through my nose, man. But now look. Wow, man. I can even smell the little fart you just let out in your chair. You just finished working out, right, man? You didn't take a shower, I can already tell. And so testing it out here now, it's practical, it really works. I put it in here, I'm breathing better, but the question is if it's worth it at night, man, because I don't really believe this will last all night, you know? For me, as soon as I start dreaming, I'm probably going to take this out without even realizing it. And the next hack that everyone talks about is mainly about breathing, because sleeping better, man, really, it's not just about closing your eyes and sleeping. You have to breathe, guys, otherwise you'll die. Don't be stupid. But there's a tactic that everyone talks about. They say, oh, the 4-7-0 tactic. It's a breathing method that's basically for helping you relax. It's a technique that simply consists of inhaling for 4 seconds, holding it for 7, and exhaling for 8. So it's a slower breathing that helps you relax. And remember, this isn't a scientific method that if you do it, you fall asleep. It's not like anyone did it and just knocked out. No, it's nothing like that. But it's something that really helps you get into a sleep state. I don't know about you guys, but there are 2 reasons why a person doesn't sleep. The first is that the body doesn't shut down. So breathing helps with that. And the second is Corinthians. Man, if you go to sleep thinking like that we got eliminated and that Memphis and the director and yeah, I can't really get into that topic. Otherwise, I'm just telling you guys, okay? And about the products I'm using. Honestly, this light isn't giving me a headache. And when I record these videos, I end up using a lot of lighting around me to keep the quality top for you guys. It ends up hurting my eyes when I do this. But man, I'm not feeling any headaches and I'm breathing through my mouth. So it's really great. I'm going to do this technique here. Even though I'm recording this for you guys, I might be a little, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And I'm even going to use a stopwatch here, okay, man? I'm not dumb, so let's go. Hey guys, I stayed here for a while doing this breathing exercise. It's pretty boring, okay, man? There's none of that stuff like, it's cool to meditate, it's cool to breathe. No, man, it's boring. And if you do this before going to sleep, you really have to be disciplined, man. Because if you get home tired from work and you say, wow, I'm going to sleep, wow, you have to do the 4-7-8 breathing method. You're already working 6 days a week. Man, even your breathing has to be like that. I don't think it's a cool thing to do, but man, it works, okay? Man, on the first breath you take like this, your body already like, it's as if, man, like you're a puppet on strings. And then you just let go, you know? It feels like your body does this. Look, like it's not something I'm going to do every day because like I said, it's not cool, man. Imagine, you go to a beach house with your friends, then you go to sleep, you wake up in the middle of the night and your friend is in the middle of the living room. But it really works, okay? Like, I actually relaxed a lot here. And the next hack, which is a product to help you sleep better, is an anti-snoring strap. Well, like I said before, breathing through your nose is like one of the top essential things in life. Otherwise, you'll end up looking ugly like Vinicius Jr. And there are some methods that make you breathe through your nose, like this one. But there's also a very famous method that I see a lot of people doing, which is taping your mouth. But I decided to check with a friend who's already in med school. And I found out that for people who have like nasal congestion or a deviated septum, it's not a good idea to tape your mouth. Because if you run out of air while you're sleeping, do you think your brain is going to say, wake up, you're dying? No, you're going to die, man. So basically, it's a strap that goes around your head and helps you keep your mouth closed. It ends up being the same idea, which is to reduce mouth breathing and increase nose breathing. But it's not as harsh as completely taping your mouth shut. But remember, this is not considered a treatment for apnea or snoring. It's more of a gadget that's used out there. And obviously, I'm going to try it, man, because if there's one thing I'm good at, it's breathing through my mouth. I make videos for you guys too, okay? By the way, I see that you've watched it. So far, you haven't hyped it up, you haven't left a like, and you haven't made any creative comments. You're doomed to fail. The guy vacuumed the car mat. It's not just about hitting it outside. Shout out to Hurt BMW. And just like that, the whole idea from the last video is gone, right? If you want to appear in the next video, comment whatever gets the most likes on this video here. I'll give you a shout out. But let's check out this mask. I hope it's good. Basically, it's an all black mask, right? And then can you imagine? It looks like underwear. You're crazy. There's not even a little manual teaching you how to use it, man. They just send a strap and that's it. Apparently it comes with Velcro. Here, let me see, man. Dude, this thing is hard, man. I did it. Look at this, man. I look ridiculous. Yeah, guys, to sleep well, you have to look uglier than Vinicius Jr. Well, basically, it stays like this, see? For those who want to see, you know? It's a strap that really tightens your mouth. And it's a healthier thing than just covering your mouth. So I can move. It's harder. I have to use more force to open my mouth. To open it wide, I can't. Like if I just leave it natural. See? It really keeps your mouth closed, okay? The only thing is, I think it's kind of uncomfortable, you know? I don't know if you could sleep with this every day. When you get a little bit of drool, you know, in your sleep, then someone will see you and say, wow, he's looking different, huh? Is your mouth closed? And the next sleep hack basically is a sleep mask with relaxing music. Basically, it's a mask that blocks out light while you're sleeping. So even if you sleep in a dark room, this mask will block everything out completely. Alright guys, I'm gonna take this off, man, because it's terrible, man. I can't even sleep with it. It's already coming off here, see, man? So I'm going without it. When it's time to sleep, I'll switch and put on a new one, man. Because this little bag here, man, it's not lasting, is it? The thing is to use super glue, maybe. And obviously, darkness is really important, especially because of that thing called the circadian cycle. You sleep at night and wake up during the day. And that's why we have this mask here. And yes, the mask has a USB cable. Basically, it's an automatic mask that you can connect to Bluetooth and play music in your ear. There are some systematic reviews that say listening to something while you sleep can improve your subjective sleep quality. Marcus, what did you mean by that? I have no idea. Ask ChatGPT. Let me take off my glasses here to show you. So basically our sleep kit is becoming more and more like the man of faith. It's a mask like this, look, just showing you the inside, look how it is. It's all made of fabric, you know, it's actually pretty comfortable. Inside it we can already see the little speakers here. There's also this little pocket to store something. I don't know what you would store. I think actually there's nothing to store here. Then we come here. Wow, man. And man, let's test this sound here. Look, a new Bluetooth just showed up here. I don't know if that's it. Did you hear that? Wow, man. Let me connect some music here. Man, if this works, I'm going to like put on an English class, you know? And I'll sleep while watching an English class. That way I'll learn English and sleep. Hold on, let me see. Man, this is crazy, guys. You don't get it. It feels like I'm inside the video. Wow, guys, I put on some trap music, you know, and I almost fell asleep already, man. This thing about blocking your vision and just listening is really good. But for sleeping, there are some types of music and sound effects that help us sleep better. Like, for example, brown noise, white noise, or even lo-fi, a relaxing song. Just remember, there's no sound that you listen to and you instantly relax. That's a myth. For example, here we have brown noise, which basically sounds like this. I wouldn't want to sleep listening to that, man. I would start tripping out in a weird way. But there's also white noise. It's a bit more relaxing, I think, than brown noise. But we can also choose lo-fi, you know? So it depends on each person. I think I'll end up choosing lo-fi and keeping it low, you know, to relax. Because noise is kind of a crazy thing. Because you're going to cover your eyes, you'll just be listening, man. You'll be like, wow, I'm in the middle of the rain. Or there's also that noise that's more special, you know? Like, check this out. I like this one. And to wrap things up, we have our last hack, which is basically regulating your sleep cycle with melatonin. Well, for those who don't know, melatonin is a hormone naturally produced by the body, like creatine, but it's used basically to help with sleep. It helps improve sleep quality. But there are some people who, because they sleep poorly or can't sleep, tend to need to take melatonin supplements, which you basically buy. And I bought it. I see a lot of people selling it on TikTok. I admit, I've never bought it and I've never taken it because there are issues. But sometimes I talk about that issue. Remember, it doesn't work like a sedative. sedative. It's not like you take it and you just knock out. Oh, I'm tired. The effect depends on the time, the dose, and how you're taking it. But taking melatonin before bed will help you with your sleep. However, is that thing I mentioned, there are issues. Why don't I take melatonin? Because I sleep just fine, you know? That's how I see it. And I think it's good for you to be aware. Okay, melatonin can help you have better quality sleep, but like, do you really need it? Did you see a doctor about it? Because if you don't, you start taking it. And then you start depending on melatonin. And if you don't take this stuff, you sleep badly. So that's why like the link to all the products I tested in this video will be in the description, except for melatonin, because I'm not going to promote that. I don't know if it's really the right thing for you to take, but do whatever you want with your life. It's really something that, man, it's medicine, you know? So you need to see a doctor to know if you really should take it. If you need to take it, don't just go buy it because you saw someone on TikTok shop saying they sleep easily. Man, hold on. So let's see how it really is, man. Just a reminder, I'm only going to take this in this video and then I'm throwing it away. For real, man, I don't want to get addicted to this stuff. No way. Okay, I'll take one dose. But basically, it's medicine. Look, just so you guys can see. It's just like regular medicine. I'm not going to take it. It says you have to put it in your saliva, wait for it to dissolve and then swallow. So finally, after all this hassle, the moment has come for us to sleep. Just a reminder, I'm drinking water here, but there's no hack to drinking water. I'm just drinking water. And it's something I learned. The more water you drink, the better. I use this jug here, okay, man? It's from Soldiers. It's a 2.2 liter jug, okay? It's really good for storing water. So man, I keep it here all day. Let's go. So I can take off my glasses now. Let's see if it's going to have any effect or not. If I'm going to get a headache or not. Because sometimes this can give you a headache. But just to say in advance, I'm not feeling any headache right now. Especially with a lot of light in my face. I've already changed the thing for my nose. Now I'm going to put in the one for my mouth. And I'm going to connect the Bluetooth headphones. Well, basically, I'm going to leave it here on a lo-fi playlist. I took off my shirt too, right? Because sleeping naked is a way to create a really strong aura, right? So I'm already listening to some lo-fi here. Look, just showing you guys. Look, I don't know if you can hear it. It sounds like Minecraft music. That's it. I'm going to sleep here. Good night, everyone. Good morning, guys. Well, this was one of the best nights of my life. Seriously, man, I went to sleep around midnight and I woke up now. It's 6 in the morning, so I slept for 6 hours. And usually I would wake up tired, you know? But I'm really rested, man. It was really easy to wake up. I slept like, man. It really feels like my sleep had better quality. When I used to sleep 6 hours, even though it's not such a short amount of sleep, I would wake up way more tired, man. Now it's like, I opened my eyes and said, wow, let's go. So speaking about sleep quality, really everything worked. I think everything helped. There was nothing that got in the way. I didn't feel like, no, this was bad, but there were some things that, like, for example, for me, one thing that worked really well was this band here, man. It's really good. But during the night, I took it off. I don't know if you noticed. I literally just woke up. So I also ended up taking this off. I took off the band. But then that's just crazy, man. You're the crazy one. I don't know if you might be like that. You might end up moving around. But sometimes at night, I move around and I end up taking it off without meaning to. So, for example, everything is here on the floor. But this band helped a lot, man. I think the mouth band also helped a lot to improve my breathing. So I think they're approved. The only thing I wasn't sure about was the nose thing, because first it came off really easily, really, like while I was using it yesterday for the video. It was already coming off, man. The quality wasn't very good. So I don't know how you sleep, if you're someone who lies down and sleeps still. But if you're someone who moves around, then it's not worth it. It's actually good. It improves your breathing. You open up and breathe better. But man, like, it's something that comes off really easily. If you look around here on the bed, look, see? If I look around here on the bed, it's right here, see? I don't even know where those little glue strips went, man. I think out of all the things here, what I really want to highlight is the blue light glasses. Those actually work, you know, because I didn't get a headache, even though there was a lot of light in my face. The breathing thing also helped calm me down a lot. This headband here is perfect, even though it's a bit different for me to sleep listening to sounds. When I put it on, I was just sitting there thinking, man, am I really going to fall asleep? Dude, I knocked out. This chin strap mask too, to keep my mouth closed. For me, it's great. I feel like my breathing last night was much calmer, you know, and I had better quality sleep. And I don't know if the melatonin actually helped with anything, you know, because I can't really do a blood test to check or anything like that. But I think it made a difference, man, because I really felt like I had better sleep quality. It had been a while since I woke up and opened my eyes wide awake, you know, like actually rested. Normally, if I woke up at this time, man, I'd be feeling like a zombie. So that's it, man. Obviously, I don't recommend you try all these sleep hacks because it's a lot to do before going to bed, and not everything works either. Sometimes it's just rumors, but these are the things I suggest. If you think it's worth it, give it a try, man.